Donald Trump Jr. is here with an update on his father's condition. Don, thanks for joining us. First, we're really sorry about this news. Have you spoken to your father since he was diagnosed, and how is he?
You know, I spoke to him this morning. Obviously he's taking it seriously, but really he's, business as usual with my father. I've known him for a long time. I'm 42 years old. I don't know that I've ever seen him sick. I don't know that I've ever seen him actually have the flu or anything like that. So, he's obviously taking it seriously, but he's a fighter. I know he's still working. I know he was speaking with various senators about the stimulus package today. He's going to take it seriously, but if anyone could beat this, it's going to be him.
So do we have any sense of how long he'll be staying there, or is that unknowable?
It's unknowable. I know they're bringing him to Walter Reed, not for anything in particular other than just to have an abundance of caution for the leader of the free world. So they're going to have him there so they can be under more close observation than they could do under the White House. But he wasn't brought over there, unlike some of the conspiracies I'm seeing out there, for anything more than just that, abundance of caution.
Right. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's and by the way, I have no independent detail, but he's the president of the United States. Of course, they're going to want to get him the best medical treatment they possibly can, just prophylactically. So what effect does this have on the work that he's doing, running the country, and on his reelection campaign?
Listen, obviously, I love him on the road for the campaign. That's something that he does so well. He loves that. He feeds off of that. The enthusiasm is very palpable. As it relates to running the free world, I don't think it changes anything. I mean, he's a worker. He's always been a worker, Tucker. For the last few months, when I speak to my father, it's usually after midnight, and he's still in the Oval Office. He's working, whether it's boosting the economy, getting that going again, whether it's dealing with COVID during the crisis. My father's always been a worker. He doesn't sleep much, and he works hard, and he's going to keep fighting. That's what he's going to do right here, right now for the American people. So nothing's going to take a back seat. Obviously, he can't do the public appearances that he'd otherwise be doing. Right now, he's going to take that very seriously, but he's going to be out there. He's going to be working hard. As I mentioned, he's speaking with senators. He just wants to be in the action. That's the way he is. I know Ivanka and Jared tested negative earlier. I tested negative earlier as well, since we were in proximity with him on Tuesday. So the rest of the family seems to be holding up great, which is, also good news. And, we look forward to sort of letting that incubation period go through and also getting back to work.
So this has been floating around on a pretty wide scale since March, and your dad has been pretty much out there since March. He hasn't been hiding anywhere. He's been talking to people, a lot of people, and doing a lot of big rallies. Here he gets it a month before the election. It's a little weird. How did he get it, do you think?
You know what? I don't know. The reality is, the protocols around my father are pretty amazing. Like, Kimberly got it earlier this summer. And the only reason we knew she actually had it was because we were getting in proximity to him. So literally anyone who's in that close proximity is tested each and every day. Right. If he can get it, probably anyone can, for better or worse. But, I know they took really extensive protocols and it didn't seem to matter. So I'm not sure where that would have come from or who. But, the reality is this is something that, can spread.
Yep. How's Hope doing? Hope Hicks, his advisor. Who also
she's doing well also. I just texted her earlier to check in on how she's doing. And, sort of like all of those in the sort of, inner circle of the Trump family, just really wants to get back at it, obviously taking it very seriously, wants to be in the game, and they're still going to be working from, wherever they're quarantining. And, again, for an abundance of caution and just looking to get back on the road and get back out there fighting for the American people.
So you haven't said a partisan word. And you're a pretty political guy and not afraid to hold back. You haven't said anything like that in the 3 minutes we've been talking now. And I don't want to bait you into saying things you don't want to say, but some of the reactions have been, outside the bounds of, I would say, even political attacks. Are you able to filter those out?
I'm pretty good at that. I fight pretty hard. I got that gene from the Trump family, but, I think there's a time and a place for all of that. Obviously, you take it personal. I mean, some of the stuff is pretty disgusting, but I've also had people who, I know are not on our side, even people in the media who have reached out, and it seemed at least genuinely sympathetic, and understanding. So, that leads me to believe and, makes me feel, reasonably good about where things are. Some of the stuff is, way below the belt. It's not worth acknowledging that. That's okay. That's, whatever it is, people can decide what that is. Obviously, as a son, as a family member, as an American, it's upsetting. But it is what it is in this world, I guess, these days.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. So I assume this, and again, I have to ask you a political question. I assume this changes the debate schedule, right? Or do we know?
You know what? I don't actually know. Obviously, so much of it depends on, when he can get back at it. I imagine that's, 10, 14 days, whatever it may be. I'll defer to the White House doctors on, on the details of that. For me, I did cancel my stuff that I had planned for the weekend. We were doing a big bus tour with Jorge Masvidal around Florida, the UFC fighter, talking to Hispanics around the state, and had a bunch of other events for Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Basically, I'm going to take a week off, till Tuesday, get tested again then. That's basically the incubation period, as told to me by the White House doctors. If I'm clear again on Tuesday night, I'm going to get back to work and fight.
Yeah. It's the timing of all this is very, I mean, I'm sure, nothing to it, but it's pretty weird. Don Jr., great to see you tonight.
I'm not going to get conspiratorial on that one, but yeah,
no,
it's definitely
I'm not a conspiracy guy in the slightest, just noting it's a little strange. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.